Confession time. I'm a little intimidated by modular synthesizers. I mean, I know how to dial in a synth, and for the most part, I understand what all the components do, but wiring them up manually is a challenge that I haven't decided to take on until today. Applied Acoustic Systems, maker of one of my favorite electric piano emulations, Lounge Lizard, just released Multiphonics CV-1, a virtual modular synth that AAS describes as easy to use and designed to make music right away. Is this the plugin that I've been waiting for to finally teach me the power and mystique of modular synthesis? Well, let's find out. All right, let's take a look around Multiphonics. In the center, there's this big module rack. At the top are where the signals from your keyboard, the output, left and right, the macros, and the master clock sit. And then below that are 3 rack rows with enough spaces to stick anywhere between 6 and 20 modules, depending on the module size. Plenty of room for all but the craziest creations. On the left is a combination patch and module selector, so you can load preset patches, or you can drag modules out onto the available spaces. Or if you just click the plus button, it will assign it to the first available space. On the right side here are MIDI settings, as well as Master Effects settings. And along the bottom is a 2-octave keyboard with octave selector. So in terms of looks, it's a quick 5 stars. Everything is logically arranged, and they leave you plenty of room to play around in, with 30 different modules arranged into categories like audio generators, clocks and sequencers, filters, signal processors, and more, and a complement of nearly 200 factory presets. I'd say it's earned 5 stars from a feature perspective as well. So, is it really easy to use? Let's try it out and see. Okay, so first we're going to play around with some of the presets. This one is called Arpathic. Very nice. How about Fog of War? Ooh. All right, let's see. We got these leads here. Chernobyl Theremin, that really catches the eye. See how that sounds. All right, how about some sound effects? Let's check out, this one's called One Up. How about Arcade Impressions? Yeah. Photon Firing. Oh, very cool. Clearly, I could do this all day. So let's start by trying to build a custom patch from scratch. So I'm going to hit the new button up top and clear everything out. So if I hit a key on my MIDI keyboard, okay, you can see that the trigger light flashes. And then when I release it, the release light flashes. And then as I hit it, the gate light comes on and turns off. All right. So from the time that I've spent playing with other synths, I know that I need an oscillator. So let's go here to a classic VCO. All right, so now I hook the gate up to, yeah, okay. I think it's time for me to dig into the manual and watch the video they included, and I'll be right back. All right, so I watched the couple intro videos, and I think I figured out what I was doing wrong. You don't just have an oscillator, you have to have an amplifier as well. Let's see, I run the gate to the amplifier input. Oh, geez. And then output goes here. And then the pitch goes to pitch. And then this goes to control velocity. Control voltage. It would be nice if there were there's some tooltips there or something like that when you hover over. That would be very cool. All right, well, let me play around with this for a few minutes and come up with something even cooler. All right, so I spent some time playing around with this, and I think I came up with something that's kind of nifty just for spending a couple minutes on it. I like that little clicky noise that it makes. It's generated by the LFO. But as you can hear, it's just on the right side. Another usability thing that I ran across was when you go to patch something, if something can't be patched, it doesn't tell you, it just stops. You know, and I wish that it would like gray out the things that you can't patch. So where do we land on the usability of Multiphonics CV-1? Well, as you can see, with a little experimentation and after watching a few intro videos, I was able to cobble together something kind of fun in just a few minutes. And that's with zero modular synthesis experience. So, you know, it really is a very large, very cool playground for crafting unique sounds and learning modular synthesis through a little bit of trial and error. So from that perspective, Multiphonics is great. There were a couple of usability improvements that I really feel would help make this plugin a whole lot easier for newbies like myself. And one is what I mentioned a few minutes ago about the plugin not providing any feedback as to what signals can be fed where. If you try to patch two modules in a way that it can't be done, it just doesn't do it. The chord just disappears, and then you're like, well, why didn't that work? I would love if it at least grayed out the connections that you can't make when you're dragging a chord across. And also, there isn't a single tooltip in the plugin that I saw, and with something as intricate as a modular synth, I really feel like there should be at least the name for each port when you hover over it. Like CV, for example, could say control voltage. And if they could include a short definition, that would be even better. As it stands, you basically have to live in the manual, which is honestly a little lacking in certain places. Based on that, I give Multiphonics 3 out of 5 stars for usability. That brings us to the final measure, value, and it's a solid 5 stars for that. For all of the features you get, this is well worth the price, especially when compared to other synth plugins on the market that give you less for more money. So in total, Multiphonics gets 4.5 stars from me. It's fun to play with and is a decent pathway for learning. With a few slight usability improvements, it could be an amazing teaching tool, in addition to being a vast multiphonic synthesis playground. If you want to learn how to set up a playground like this one, gear, software, and all, check out the link in the description below for my free guide on how to start your own home studio. And if this is your first adventure with me, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button as well. So thanks for watching me ride the struggle bus for a few minutes there, and have a great day in your home studio today.